Alright, so here's more information about the first living cells. Okay, so the first beings were probably much like Corysavates. As a group, these bacteria are called heterotrophic anaerobes. Because there was virtually no oxygen in the atmosphere at this time, these bacteria were necessarily anaerobic, meaning they did not breathe oxygen. Heterotrophs, meaning other feeders, are simply organisms that cannot make their own food. So heterotrophic anaerobes means they were creatures which ate some naturally occurring food and did not breathe oxygen. The fossils of some of these oldest known forms of life have been found in Australian rocks dating back 3.5 billion years. To create energy, these early bacteria probably consumed naturally occurring amino acids. Amino acids, sugars, and other organic compounds formed spontaneously in the atmosphere, then dissolved in liquid water. Upon digesting these molecules, early bacteria produce methane and carbon dioxide as waste products. For many, bacteria will be an example from today of what these early creatures might have been like. To make beer, you combine barley or wheat or water. The broken down barley and wheat turns into sugar. Bacteria eats the sugar and produce alcohol and carbon dioxide gas as waste products. In the early Earth, the alcohol and carbon dioxide became part of the natural environment. Over time, new life forms evolved which were able to get their energy from a different source, the sun. And they said that the first living cells, the most primitive organisms, still exist today and include bacteria and related organisms. They have cells that lack a nucleus and other membrane-bound internal structures. Eukaryote cells are cells with nuclei and membrane-bound internal structures, organelles, developed about 1.5 billion years ago. Eventually, these cells develop into multicellular organisms. Plants, animals, and humans. All started with the bacteria. Prokaryotic cells were the first to evolve, and then later eukaryotic cells came along. The first prokaryotes are thought to be blue-green algae, also called cyanobacteria. They were born in water. Everything was born in water. We, the plants, the animals. Just imagine if you can go back in time and just witness this. But you really couldn't witness it, you would have to like live. Just imagine if we had some device we could speed up, reverse time and speed up time. We could see how everything just evolved right in our eyes. That'd be so fucking amazing. To think about that, that might not be far-fetched in the future. If we have some kind of technology advances, I don't know if we go to other planets, other universes, other galaxies, multiverses, we get even more advanced technology. Anything's possible, I'm thinking now, man. Anything's fucking possible. The impossible will be possible. The impossible is becoming possible. And that's why when it says that it started in the water, that's why, it's called the primordial soup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And it's cool because scientists said they're close to reconstructing the first living cell. It says, modern cells are like microscopic cities. They have power plants, trench dumps, local government, So they have power plants, the mitochondria, trash dumps, lysomes, local government, the nucleus, with DNA serving as a legal charter, and many other activities going inside their boundaries. They also have a border patrol in the form of a double-layered membrane that uses a series of protein-powered pumps, pores, and channels to let nutrients in and keep other chemicals and substances out. But of course, the early cell, the supercell, is very different, long time ago. The cells were very different when life began 3.5 billion to 4 billion years ago. Rather than small metropolises, they were more like a purse that carried instructions consisting of just a membrane with genetic information inside. They lacked the structures and proteins that now make them tick. The question is, how then were they able to take the nutrients necessary to reproduce? And they said these people, they built a model of what they believe the first living cell may have looked like, which contains a strip of genetic material surrounded by a fatty membrane. The membranes of modern cells consist of a double layer of fatty acids known as phospholipids, but in designing a membrane for the cell, scientists work with much simpler fatty acids they have believed exist on the primeval Earth, when the first cell likely formed. Their findings in nucleotides did enter the cell, latch into, and replicate the DNA over 24 hours. They're trying to build a replicating evolving system. It's pretty amazing, man. The cell it's like a machine, I mean, technically we are machines. Everything is a machine. Everything does to survive. Think about it. A machine can do things, can evolve. A robot kind of just stays the same. It's like everything is a machine, you know? Very interesting.